Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 3 of K Talk, where we talk about ongoing K dramas. We're your hosts, Mel
and Uma. On this week's episode, we're taking a first look at Dear Hyeri and what comes after love. Dear Hyeri is about a struggling reporter TV announcer who has a split personality, and what comes after love is based on this Korean student who's studying in Japan. She meets a boy, they fall in love, ultimately they break up, and the story kind of picks back up 5 years later when they run into each other in Korea. So to start us off, we're going to be covering Dear Hyeri. Let's talk, because what the fuck?
What the fuck indeed? I am confused.
I'm in confusion.
I am confused. Honestly, I was watching like, am I slow?
Right?
There's something.
You're like, something's off.
I really thought I was mentally, I don't know. I had to rewind so many parts. I'm like, did I miss something? No, I didn't. It's just
everything
confusing.
Was smooth. Like from the beginning. I remember like turning it on. I was like, okay, it started. I'm following along. Everything's great, because at that point, like in the first half of the first episode, you're just kind of seeing her. She's in this relationship, and you just see like it spanning over a couple of years. Like I think it's like a 3-year relationship. The timestamp was like 2015 to like 2018 or something, right? And we're just kind of taking it. I'm like, ooh, this is kind of cute. It could be like a little, I thought it was like a little rom-com. Yes, I did read the synopsis. I knew like that something was off about her, but in the beginning, I kind of forgot about it because I'm just taking in what it was. And
actually, about that, when I seen their relationship, I was like, damn, she's annoying as fuck.
Oh my God, I was going to say the same thing.
She's annoying as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, she kept asking him those questions every year.
It was
like
stupid, like, would you still love me if I was a worm?
Yeah.
Type of questions.
Literally, I was like, girl, shut up.
And then what really got me was it was like he's trying to watch like the news or something, and then it was like, and this is 3 years on, like we're seeing like the time stamp and their relationship like growing or whatever. And then when he was trying to watch the news and she turns it off and she's like, would it be me or like the 9 o'clock news or some bullshit? And I was like, girl, if you don't shut up and give it back the remote. Like he was so patient with her.
Which also makes sense when she said, I love you. And he said, me too. Makes sense. He was tired of her ass. The relationship was over at that point. I knew they were not going to last, to be honest.
No, she really was like,
wasn't that weird when he said me too? I'm like,
you know what? I don't even think it was just a me too. It said something where she's like, you're always something. And he was just like, well, you should know me by now. It was very weird. It wasn't like, he wasn't as lovey-dovey towards her.
100%. It was what she loved him way more than he.
You know what caught me off guard? The opening scene where he's like doing dishes or something or vacuuming, and she's literally laid up on the ground hugging his foot or something. And I'm like, do you not remember that?
I think I missed that scene. But yeah.
It literally opens up and she's like fully lying down on the floor, hanging off his foot.
Yeah.
His leg. And I'm just like,
yeah, I was just thinking, initial thoughts, I'm annoyed as fuck.
She's way too fucking clingy.
Yeah. I understand why it didn't last.
That can't be the reason, but
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we see that. I forgot, literally, we were too busy like talking about how annoying she is. So we kind of see that. So it didn't throw me off. I'm like, okay, great. We get to see their careers. All of a sudden, it fast forwards to they're in the same office. They're trying to make her do this afternoon show when she's usually more comfortable doing the morning show or something. And then her ex, at this time, we find out they're no longer together. He steps up and he's like, no, I'll do it. And the producer's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
You're too good for this 4 o'clock afternoon show, whatever. But everything was fine. And then we find out that cute reporter.
Speaking of that, when he kept calling her that.
Oh,
I was like, she needs to flip over the table. Like,
I thought she was to jump over the table and box him. Like,
yeah, he was doing way too much with that stuff, to be honest. I was just like, okay, you're so disrespectful. But I can't wait to see why their relationship ended. Although I kind of have an idea, but
already you have ideas. It's been 2 episodes.
She's annoying. That's my idea. She's too much, but
no, something happened and I can't wait
I'm
to
sure
see
something happened, yeah.
what it is. But so yeah, the first episode was moving relatively fast. Great. We find out that this other reporter at her job has a crush on her, and for some reason one day after he probably asked her out for like the 50th time, she was like, fine, fuck, whatever, let's do it this weekend. But then her ex overhears, and that's when we start to realize, okay, maybe this was not a clean break, because he seemed like he was jealous because he got her assigned to a job that weekend when she was supposed to have, like, when she was supposed to have the date.
Yeah.
Right. And then she was like, whatever, come with me. Like, she's so unserious about all of this. That I
they kind of try to make it a big deal
her.
of like, oh, how could she's not allowed to bring someone with her, all of that. But he is so sweet.
Right. So then we're almost towards the end of the first episode. Like, now we have the backdrop story. Like, she's been a reporter for like 14 years or something. She's really not that super successful. And sometimes you kind of see her ex trying to want her to take on more so she can get more shine. Yeah. But she's just like, nah, I'm good where I'm at. So there's a reason why she doesn't want to put herself out there too. And then everything switches up when she comes back from her little weekend assignment, and the reporter that she was supposed to be on a date with, the guy that has a crush on her, he kisses her, and that's where we see everything flip.
Yeah, and then we're introduced to Hyeri, and that's when it all gets really confusing.
Beyond,
I can't figure her out. Like, we do see where they say that she lost her memory, so I don't know if she was in some type of accident.
But the losing the memory thing, as the way I understood it, was because she now, okay, surprise everyone, like, she has a split personality. So that's the first instance that we see, because after the kiss, the next scene I think that opens up is her in the therapist chair telling her therapist, I have these really vivid dreams. Yeah. But we find out they're not actual dreams. It's a double life she's living. So she's dreaming about being Uno.
Yeah.
As Hyeri, she's with the therapist. But Hyeri's her split personality, because her dream life is really what we saw first. That's what we were introduced to. But I'm confused.
So she's living both those lives?
Yes. I know we have to suspend belief here. Like, I get it. It's show. But what I don't seem to understand is when she's living as Hyeri, now that we know that Uno's life is not a dream, the fuck is happening in Uno's life? Like, this, she has a job. She's a reporter. Where Hyeri's just a parking lot attendant.
And my thing is also with Ji-yoon, he also works in the building. Does he not?
Different stations.
Oh, it's a different station?
I had to think about that too for a second. I was like,
yeah, because I'm like, how does he not know?
There's so many details. Like, he's at a different station.
Okay.
This is what I wanted to say, though. When she's Hyeri, she's wearing her bangs all over her face. Essentially, you only just see her mouth. But what you're trying to tell me is, as a reporter at a different station, you can't figure out who this person is just because they have bangs in their face. It's like the whole Superman with glasses thing. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And then the part that really, just when I thought I was understanding it, that part where she wakes up in the morning, wakes up in the morning, it's like, oh my God, why are my eyes so puffy? Because remember, Hyeri was crying because Ju-yeon basically pissed her off and gave it to her pretty much.
Yes, in the second episode.
So then when she woke up, it's like, why is my eyes puffy? I was like, what the fuck?
I don't think as Hyeri she's aware of what Uno, like, Uno's not, okay, now I'm confusing myself. Her reporter personality, Uno, is not aware of Hyeri's life, where Hyeri is aware of Uno because she dreams about it. She thinks her experiences are vivid. So I'm thinking the real personality is the reporter, and the split personality is the parking lot attendant. It's Hyeri.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's confusing, but I love it. But I'm intrigued.
It's so interesting in such a fun way. But I was like, there's too many things that don't quite add up, and I feel like it takes the fun out of it because I'm being overly like analytical about it. But
we also got to remember it's a show.
Like, you know what I mean? Right? Like, you have to suspend belief here for a second. And another thing. Like, when she's Hyeri, her job is in the afternoon. So when she's Uno, her job's in the morning. Is that why she was like, I don't like to work in the afternoon? Is that why maybe she doesn't want to be bigger? Yeah. And get more recognition for her job? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but also we're just 2 episodes in, so I'm sure a lot of things will start to make sense as it goes along. But can we talk about Ju-yeon? He is so cute.
I kind of wish he was the main guy, but not
Me too.
Just because he's cuter than her ex. But then her ex at some times kind of like grows on me, and I'm like, oh, he's actually really handsome.
But there's something about Joo-yeon and the part about him. Oh my god, the conversation he had with his mom, that was so heartbreaking. So I can't wait to see
son.
Yeah, his whole family dynamic, all of that,
and basically what happened to both their siblings. I guess this is what the show is going to be about, and we'll understand like what happened to this girl for her to develop like this split personality, or what triggered it, or whatever it may be. But something's definitely going on with him. I can't wait to figure out like how exactly they're linked.
Who, Joo-yeon and her?
Yeah.
She just
other than the fact that
he just works. The thing is, she had a crush on him.
Yeah. No.
You
but
think there's more
the crush though? How ridiculous was that? She just out of nowhere kissed him.
Yeah, and that part was hilarious because she was like, was that your first time? He was like, yeah.
Me
and
too.
Me too. And he was like, it didn't seem like it.
Well, it's her first time for Hyeri though, not the first time it was like the other girl, right?
But even them, how they're connecting in some way, but
somehow
they seem so different. But yet he's so intrigued by her. You know, like it's really so cute, and I just can't wait to see how their relationship unfolds. Because I feel like he really needs somebody.
Yeah, like she like he's really surprised him. Like I couldn't get over that. Like after that, she just kind of like walked away with that little walk that she did. Like not a care in the world, like la-di-da. But he was still in the maintenance room, like stuck on stupid. Like, what the fuck just happened here?
And then when she went to his house and she was like, okay, you said you want to get to know me, so let's talk. Like she's just so forward, and I love it.
She's so positive and like direct, right? Where it's like her other personality is not that direct.
Yeah, I love Hyeri right now. I'm team Hyeri. she's crazy and so cute.
You're right. It can't be like a light background kind of watch. Like I feel like if you are not sincerely like paying attention to the story, like you're gonna miss some really important parts to understand like why this person has split personality.
Girl,
like,
I'm missing things and I'm paying attention. I'm missing things and I'm paying attention. So I'm rewinding it a couple times. Like I said, it's
because I'm like, what happened? No.
But I feel like we will understand more as it goes on. But I'm loving it so far.
Me too. I think it's one that I'm definitely gonna stick with. Like I don't because
it's really different because you don't know where it's gonna go. But you know, like I said, I'm intrigued. It's very
2
interesting.
episodes in, I am not disappointed. I think the show has like 12 episodes in total.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a fun ride.
It's a short watch, but can't wait.
Can't wait either. Let's talk about what comes after Love. Completely different premise. I love the fact that it's 2 shows, kind of both started at the same time, but like 2 completely different stories. But the sucky thing about what comes after Love is it's only 6 episodes. Yeah. So I think it's just gonna like,
and if for it only being 6 episodes, I feel like I wish we were getting more. I feel like we're getting it's I mean, I don't know. Don't you feel like 6 episodes, but I'm just not getting more. I would think I would get more because it's so short, right?
I feel like
the first episodes were really slow. Like they
were packed with a lot of things.
They were packed with a lot of things, but nothing. Like even with that, I just can't wait to see what happened in their relationship. To be honest, like
I think
because he seemed so sweet and that he really genuinely loved her.
Remember, we don't know why they broke up though.
Yeah, that's something we don't know.
We don't know why they broke up. I feel like this is going to be either a really gorgeous, tender like love story, or it's going to be fucking devastating. I don't know which way. After the first 2 episodes, I can't be like, is it going to be a happy, happily ever after type of ending? Like I have no idea where it's going, but I love that it's so warm. You got to see the beginning of their relationship when she first moved to Japan and how she met him, and how quickly like their relationship progressed. I just seeing from the first 2 episodes, neither one of them looks like an asshole. So I don't know what would cause them to break up.
She seems more cold though to me.
Now she does. Like when I say now, like in the 2nd episode, when she's moved back to Korea. After
so clearly
their breakup.
It was something that he did, but he also doesn't seem like a person that would have
did something wrong to her.
Yeah,
like we don't know if they just broke up because that's just life, or something happened that just she was like, I need to get the fuck out of Japan and go back to Korea. And it's been 5 years, so he seems like he's been thinking about her. Like he even said so. He's been thinking about her, and he never regretted anything. But I think he has more softer feelings, or like I feel like his feelings are lingering, where she was just like, I'm leaving, we broke up, and she's been doing everything in her power to kind of like forget about him.
I remember when she said, like, I don't believe in everlasting love.
And he was just like, some people do. Yeah. And I felt like they wanted to try.
So
like,
in a way, I think she's always been kind of guarded herself, you know.
And the way he asked her out was so cute too, because he's like, remember what I said about like not believing in everlasting love? Like, I want to try. I want to see if it exists. I was like, that is so adorable.
He is so cute.
I've never seen this actor before. I don't really watch a lot of J-dramas, but he's a little cutie.
He is so cute. And like, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like really curious to see what happened between them, because he just seems like a sweetheart and she seemed like she really loved him too. So
something big happened. I don't know what it is, but something big happened. And the fact that he has a pen name, so she had no idea that this writer that her company's working with was him. Because in the airport, he's like, did you know it was me? And she was like, no, I wouldn't have come. She keeps saying that. Like, if I had known it was you, I wouldn't have come. Yeah. If I knew I was going to meet you, I would have never went to Japan. Like, she seems very regretful and resentful of the whole situation. And I can't wait to figure out, like, what triggered.
Yeah, because he seems like he's a little bit confused of, like, all this animosity. He's like, wow, you wouldn't have come? Like, I didn't think we left off like that. But also the way she left, she kind of just up and left him.
That's what it seems like. And she was like, send me my shit.
Yeah.
It seems weird. She didn't know about him and the pen name that he had, but he seemed to know that that was her company, because unless he travels with that little keychain everywhere, like, I think he knew he was about to, like, see her. Don't you think?
You think so?
I think so. Why would he have that little keychain?
Because the scene where they're at the airport, he seemed genuinely shocked to see her.
You think?
I think so.
I think he was anticipating seeing her. Maybe he didn't think he was going to see her at the airport, but at some point he thought maybe, because he has to have known that was her company and that's where she works. It's
been 5 years though.
Maybe he was
and I don't think they spoke when she came back to Korea. No. So how would he know that?
Then why would he have that little keychain with him?
Because he still loves her. I mean,
he randomly brought it to Korea because he was like, I'm gonna find her.
And also,
regardless.
we see that he has a girlfriend, right? When he was on the phone in the hotel,
it sounded like his editor is his girlfriend, because it sounded a little bit more intimate than just a professional phone call. But she kept asking him like his schedule, so it looked like maybe he has something going on.
He seemed very annoyed by her. Yeah,
very,
it was
very
like
annoyed.
He just wanted to get her off the phone. Like,
and she has a whole fiance. I mean, I don't even know how this.
First of all, can we talk about the fiance? I don't like him. He's just a tryhard. I feel like the way he is with her family, like he's just doing too much for me, you know?
I think he loves her more than she loves him. Yeah. I think she's just whatevs. Like, I don't really think she's deeply in love with him. I don't think so either. But I was like, sorrows, prayers to both of their
That's what makes it interesting,
couples, because they're significant others. I feel bad for them because something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, she's already like discombobulated that he's there, so... Sorry to the fiance, because
especially after he said, I've been thinking about her for the past 5 years and you're in a whole relationship. That's, you know what I mean?
Both of them.
So I don't think he's ever been really connected with the girl he's currently seeing. Even her, I don't think she's ever gotten over him, and he's kind of just kind of like a placeholder kind of guy. You know?
I think that's why you're kind of like irked by him. Like you're kind of grossed out by him, because he does seem like a try-hard.
And I can tell by the way she's acting that she's not really that into him. So... Yeah,
you're good on paper.
My family likes you.
My family likes you. Let's get it together. Let's get married.
Calling him son-in-law already. It was just like
for a long time. Like, I think she's just hitting the markers in a relationship. Like, I don't think she's actually like dying to marry this guy. And I think
now, once she's seen him again, I think now that's why I said
really I feel sorry for this. I feel sorry for her fiance and whatever girlfriend he seems to have back in Japan, because
I think the next episode is just going to be her saying, "I can't do this anymore."
Already?
Maybe.
we have like 4 more to go. You're like, nope, episode 3, she's going to break up with her fiance.
Maybe.
Honestly, I have no idea which way it's going, but
it could definitely go that way, you know?
I don't know. The hopeless romantic in me wants them to get back together, but it's a lot of people are going to get hurt if that's how it turns out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that predictable, like that they're going to end up together. Maybe
very
not.
Cold and distant with her fiance. Maybe now just her being cold and just, you know,
I feel like she's changed a lot. Yeah, for those 5 years, she used to be more free. I feel like more optimistic, but now, she does seem a little bit more colder now, just in general, you know. So
yeah, she does seem very, very
I think he literally did a number on her. I don't think she was ever the same after they broke up, but
I don't think so either. And it doesn't seem like the relationship with her mom is any better, because remember in the beginning, her mom was just annoying her.
Yeah, her mom's
left
really
Korea
annoying.
to get away from her mom and kind of like live a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she should have stayed there, but obviously things happened, so she had to come back. But yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I love a good love story. So.
I'm excited too. Can't wait. Both of them they look very good. So yeah, I'm excited. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, please follow and rate us.
As always, we'd love to know what you think of Dear Hyeri and what comes after love. Hit us up on TikTok at KTalkPod.
Bye.
Bye.